going on, everybody? My name is Mario and I recently bought 36 acres in Arizona. Welcome back, you guys. Today on the show we're gonna be digging a trench from my shop to the container to the outlet that I have over here, because I want to pull power from the container into the shop. I'm just gonna be running lights over there, so I'm gonna be stealing the power from this outlet. It's not on a separate circuit, but it's just gonna be lights in there. I don't think that's gonna become an issue. The ground over here is really hard and there's a lot of rocks here. I don't have a trencher, I don't have anything like that. I do have shovels and I have this magical tool. Hopefully this hammer will be able to break everything apart. I don't want to go deep. I don't think I'm gonna dig any other holes here because my home is gonna be somewhere else, so I'm not gonna go that deep. I'm gonna try digging with the hammer at first. They have different bits that you can purchase. I purchased a shovel bit and it was from Amazon and it didn't fit my hammer, so all I have is the pointy one that breaks apart rocks, so it might take a while. Here goes nothing. I'm just gonna start here because I don't know where I'm gonna go through in the shed. Either here or there, I don't know. Okay, let's go. I don't even know if I'm doing anything, but hopefully I'll be able to dig this up easier. I'm gonna grab my shovel to see if I can even dig that up. I think I might need to use my auger and drill holes all the way to the container. I think this is gonna take way too long. There's rocks. I think I need to invest in some kind of a backhoe. It's not bad, honestly, but yeah, it could be better. Look, I can stand on it, it won't go anywhere. But if I use my auger, I think it'll get ruined by the rocks. I gotta think about this. Okay, so I actually set up my auger, and this is gonna be a long process, if I'm being honest. I need to invest in some kind of a backhoe, a digger, a used one or something, because if I'm gonna need to dig holes here, it's just gonna take forever. There's rocks here and you can't dig it with just a shovel because there's rocks here, and I want to go down at least a foot. Oh boy, if I finish this today, it'll be a miracle. Look, I just did this little portion and look at the rocks that are coming out. This is gonna take a while, but I'm hoping to be done today. It's only like 10 a.m. so fingers crossed. trench is all complete. That took, actually that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but I am pretty tired. I still have time today, but I think I'm just gonna lay down the conduit and I'm done for the day. My hands from the auger constantly stopping whenever I hit the rocks. My hands are killing me, but that's okay. We got the trench done. I think next time when I need to dig a trench, I'm gonna rent some type of equipment, because this was brutal, but at least it's done. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get the conduit and at least run that today. I still didn't put in my grounding rod, so since I'm doing this, I'll probably do that at the same time and then connect the grounding wire. Might as well. Got the conduit nicely laid out. I do have an issue though. I don't know if I have enough wiring for this whole run. I think I have like 35-40 feet. I did kind of measure this and it's like 35 feet, I believe. So we shall see. Got my wire over there. Let's try and pull it through, and hopefully I don't have any issues pulling the wire through. Maybe I should have. If I'm gonna have any issues, I'm just gonna lay out the conduit flat and do it on flat ground. I don't think this is gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to lay it flat. Yeah. I'm only like 3 feet in. Got the conduit laid out nice and flat, or at least it looks flat. I hope this works because I don't have any fish tape or anything like that. So there goes nothing. This is absolutely not gonna work. Now do I just bury the wire underground? At least put it in a wire loom? I gotta think about this. So I've been thinking for 5 days, how am I supposed to pull the cable through this conduit? I'm just kidding. Yes, it's been 5 days since the last clip, but that's because it's been pouring every single day. So I couldn't really do anything. Today, it just rained slightly in the morning. You can still see the soil is slightly wet here. Look at this. Everywhere is really dry, but the grass is green over here because everything from the roof is falling here. I gotta put more lava rock under here just so it doesn't wash the freaking blocks, and then I'm gonna have to raise this. So that's a project for tomorrow. But yeah, okay, I'm getting sidetracked, but look at this. It's green kind of over here and by the solar panels, where all the water is collecting from the solar panels, then it drips down. That makes me feel better. So when I have a watering system, I'll be able to grow everything here, hopefully. So yeah, I'm not sure where I ended up, but I did end up going and I bought fish tape. Hopefully this will go smooth. This is like, I forgot, 120 feet. And this conduit is like 40 feet, I believe. So we have way more than enough, and I'm gonna have fish tape for future projects. So yeah, let's get this done. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, and I'm gonna need tape. Or should I go from the other side? So yeah, I gotta go. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll go from the other side. Oh, and when I was at Home Depot, I checked out their machines that they have for rent. And they have a trencher. The biggest one they have is $300 a day, but I think it'll be well worth it when I'm digging trenches for my home. Like, I think I'm gonna put a water container in my shed with a pump and filters, and then I'm gonna run that line to my home. So, and then power from the container to the house. So I'm gonna rent that trencher, and it's gonna take about 10 minutes to dig a trench, not a whole freaking day. This is going very smooth. Hopefully it's not like, I think we're almost there. I also think this conduit is, I mean, it's 3/4 inches, but if I use the 1-inch conduit, I think that wire would have passed through no problem, but I am using what I have. So is it coming out? No. Come on. Hey, we're through. I'm just gonna tape the wire to the fish tape, and hopefully we'll be able to pull this through. Heck yeah. I've got some tape. Hopefully this goes quickly. I'm just gonna wrap this around the fish tape slightly. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. I hope this works. Maybe I should have went bigger on the conduit. I'm gonna overdo it on the tape, but I don't think I won't have to redo it. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's see if this will work. I am kind of thinking that it's not gonna work. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to roll this in right away or just walk with it. Maybe I should just walk with it. It seems easier. Yeah. I think it's working though. Let's yeah, I'm just gonna walk with it. It's easier for me. I'm gonna run out of wire. See, that's what I was afraid of. The whole conduit just dragging. Gotta fix the rock. We need more friction. More energy. Okay, let's see. Yep. It's stuck here somewhere, I think. I think we're somewhere here. Oh, I'm moving the whole thing. Come on. I don't think this is gonna work. Or maybe I just gotta unloop the wire. Yeah, I think so. I didn't see this. But I feel like I'm gonna run out of wire. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough wire. There's only like 4 feet left over there. Well, that's gonna suck. There's about 2 feet left at this end of the wire. That is not good. There's a positive and negative news. Positive news is that I pulled the cable through, but the negative news are that the wire is like 4 feet in the conduit. I tried laying down the conduit to see if I have any extra. Maybe I could cut off a foot, but that's about it. I guess I could solder a piece of wire to this wire, but that's not something I want to do. Man, I was in town an hour ago, and now I think I'm gonna have to go back, drive 45 minutes one way and 45 minutes back, and bring more wire. That's my fault. I should have measured it. I thought there was way more than enough, but I guess not. I'll go into town, grab the wire, and I think we'll be back tomorrow, because it's like 5 p.m. By the time I come back, it's gonna be 7, and it's already gonna be dark. Let's go, I guess. good news and bad news again. So good news, got wires more than enough. I got 100 feet of 12 gauge wire and 250 feet of 14 gauge. I'm gonna run that inside for the lights and all that stuff. But the bad news is the sun is already setting, so I guess I could take out my big work lights, but I'm gonna go inside the container and I'm gonna go edit a video so you guys can watch it. The video that I'm editing has probably been out like 3 or 4 months at the time of filming this video. So yeah, it doesn't whatever. So yeah, we probably have enough wire for the next week. I just wanted to be safe. I'm not driving back again for more wire. So I did forget one thing. I was gonna buy a junction box for lights that I'm gonna hook up, but totally forgot about that. Whatever, I'll use an outlet box that I have, the single gang one. I think that's gonna be fine. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Welcome to tomorrow. We have a freaking beautiful day today. It did rain in the morning. Well, it drizzled, but we got clear skies at the moment. We'll see if that changes. There's no rain in the forecast, but the forecast here always sucks. It's incorrect and it's always something else than it is. So I gotta pull out the cable that I pulled through yesterday, the short one, and pull in new wiring. I really want to finish this today. Well, I have to. It's a Saturday. I have to. There's no excuses. And I'm gonna have to dig out the trench a little bit more, because I think because of the rain it filled in a little bit more. That's kind of annoying, but that shouldn't take long. The soil is kind of wet, so it's soft and it shouldn't take long. But first, let's pull out the short cable, and I already have the new wire over there, so we just gotta pull it through. I'm just hoping I won't have any issues with pulling. Oh, I don't think there's gonna be any issues. I mean, this wire is not gonna be wasted. I'm just gonna use it somewhere else. From now on, I'm just buying huge amounts of wire. I gotta build a home anyway, so this is gonna get used up. I don't know why I just didn't buy like 1,000 feet of wire, but that's me. This is what happens when you try to be cheap. Got the fish tape again. Oh, I wanted to say, if you're still here, I'm not sure where we are in the video, maybe in the middle somewhere. If you're here, please drop a like. It helps out the channel. It really helps out the channel, and also comment anything. Just say anything. Say hi, say hello, say what I'm doing wrong, say what I'm doing right. It doesn't really matter. I would really love to make YouTube my full-time job. That's my dream. I mean, my remote job is pretty easy, but it takes away that part of the day where I could be doing YouTube, like editing, filming other videos, projects. That's my dream. So please drop a like. Please and thank you. I actually posted my first ever YouTube video like probably, I'm not sure, probably like 15 years ago now, but it's on a different channel. It's on my private channel. It's about a video game. It's about Call of Duty 1. If you find it, nice. Let me know down in the comments. But I always wanted to do YouTube. I've been filming videos. When Corona started, I was doing daily vlogs, but you can't really do something interesting every single day, and daily vlogs were just me working, going to school, and going to the gym, pretty much. Okay, I'm doing all this talking and the fish tape is out. I love YouTube. You can learn anything, you can watch anything. Honestly, it's my main form of entertainment. So when I did this yesterday, this worked really well. It didn't come off or anything, but then I had a hard time separating these two, but whatever, we'll deal with this in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I think that's plenty. Hopefully this works. Okay, let's see how this goes. The conduit the conduit isn't really straight. Okay, let me fix it. Okay, that's better. I know there's some kind of liquid that you can put around the wire, like pour around the wire, I believe, and then it makes it more slippery and it doesn't leave a mess. I think I'm gonna buy it next time. Oh my goodness. I think this is gonna be more difficult than yesterday. Okay, it's going. Never mind. That's pretty straightforward. Should I do what I did yesterday? Just walk with it? And it's getting stuck again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if I used 1-inch conduit, that would have been easier. It is what it is. Yeah, next time I would use bigger conduit. I'll try to get this end a little bit straighter. It's kind of coiled. It's so peaceful and quiet here. I love it. Please work. Okay, it's going. I think I'm gonna stand on the conduit again. Okay, I think we got it. Yes! Heck yeah! I'll leave some extra, just in case. I think that's more than enough. There's a lot left over. Well, I bought 100 feet just to make sure we don't run out. And I don't think there's more like 30 feet, 40 feet left. Used up a lot. I'm gonna try and use this camera now. I know the footage is really shaky, especially when I'm holding it like this and not on the tripod. But I got the wireless mic connected to it and it's just so much easier to operate. I mean, the GoPro is good too, but the mic, I will have to buy a second mic because I'm using 2 cameras. If you don't mind this shakiness, let me know in the comments and I'll continue using this camera. Since I left a lot of extra wire on the other end, I'm just gonna do, I don't know, is that 7 inches over here? I think that's gonna be way more than enough. And now I'm gonna clear out the trench a little bit, just so we get like 1 inch or 2 more of burial. If I'm being honest, this area by the shipping container is... This trench here is not deep. It's only a couple of inches, I believe, maybe. Yeah, not too much. It is what it is. It's gonna stay like this. I'm not gonna dig anything here, so it'll be fine. I don't think I shared this, but I got this shovel used for $1. I got 4 shovels and a rake for $5 in Chicago. I actually bought them last year when I was looking for land. I'm like, I'm gonna need them anyway. So, $5. 4 shovels and 1 rake. That's a pretty good deal. Okay, I think the trench is good to go. I'm just gonna drop in the conduit and start connecting everything up. I'm so excited, finally. Power in the shop. I am not gonna bury it right away. I'm just gonna hook everything up and then test it to make sure we got power in my little shop, and then I'm gonna bury it. Because you never know, I don't wanna do this 15 times. And I think I'm gonna make the connection first at the shipping container, and then we'll do this side. Yep, that's a good plan. I did disconnect power to this outlet, so do not be worried about me. And I still have to do the grounding wire. I gotta hammer in the grounding rod. I have no clue how long that's gonna take me. Maybe I'll use my jackhammer to create a hole and just hammer the grounding rod into the ground, but it will not be easy. That's all I know. I'm gonna grab my drill just so I don't have to keep on switching bits. Got an extra impact and an extra drill, and I recently bought this cool tool bag just so I'm not carrying tools individually, which I got so used to it that I keep on doing it even though I have the toolbox, but I will learn. I know I have a magnetic tray somewhere, I just don't know where it's at. The usual. I also need some kind of small table just so when I'm working like this I can put stuff on the table. Man, I'm lazy, aren't I? I'm just trying to make things easy. Is this gonna come out? Do I have to unscrew these? I really don't remember. I don't think so. I think this should come out. I'm just gonna piggyback off of this outlet. I know it's not a good idea, but when I was building this, I didn't think of building a shop behind it. Honestly, yeah. I tried to think about everything, but this is not something I thought about, so it is what it is. So I don't forget, I brought the grounding rod and a hammer. I will try and do that today. I do have to knock out the bottom piece. This one will be for the ground wire. As you can see, it's coming out here, so we will pull the conduit from here. I think it'll go just straight down there, and hopefully I'm able to hammer in the freaking grounding rod. If I hit a rock, then it'll be impossible, but we'll see. And I was using these thick gloves when I was digging, and they're too thick to work in. Is this 3/4 or 1 inch? This one looks like one. No, it's 3/4. Why is this one smaller? It's weird. Let's see if they're the same size. I don't want to push the wire in. Once again, I turned off the breaker. I think I mentioned it, but yeah, I turned off the breaker, so these are not live wires. Gasket is nice and tight. Water is not gonna get in there, hopefully. I don't think me connecting this wire that's going to the shop directly into the outlet will be a problem, because this outlet is rated for 20 amps and I don't think I'll even come close unless I put a water container and a pump and make my shed a pump house. Then it'll pull more. I don't think the pump is gonna pull more. When it starts, it pulls a lot, I know that, but when it's running, I think it pulls like 8 amps maybe. So I think we'll be fine. If not, I'm just gonna run a new wire here on a separate circuit. If it becomes an issue, I don't think this is gonna, if I do set up a pump there, I'm gonna check how many amps it pulls before I connect it over there. If it pulls too much, I'm just gonna run a separate circuit. Where's the wire stripper? Oh my gosh, I thought I brought everything here. Ah. I'm not throwing the garbage out just anywhere. It's going in my toolbox, so yeah. I'm not gonna litter my property. I don't litter at all. I hate when people litter, or when you're stopped at a stoplight and someone just throws out trash out of their window. I just want to get out of my car and throw it back in their car. I hate that. I have no idea where my fancy wire strippers are. I know I seen them today. I just don't know where I put them. Let's try to aim for my toolbox. Okay. Where's the other wire? Here. Nice. Nice. Oh, first we gotta put this on. This makes it watertight. Nice. I think this will turn out perfectly, just the right amount of wire. I wish I left more. And I used silicone to seal the hole between the outside. Was it silicone or? I think spray foam and silicone. Yeah, I think so. So I sealed it just so no bugs get in there. And now I can't really pull on these wires. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay, got the hot wire in, just gotta screw it in. Okay, don't want to strip that. Now the neutral. Hopefully I'll be able to stuff this back in. Okay, just gotta screw it in. I got the ground wire connected as well. See, the one for the outlet is connected to here. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see anything. And then the ground wire for the one that's going over there. It's connected here as well. So we got that hooked up. I'm just gonna close this up and we're gonna go on the other end. And the ground wire I'm gonna do after. I really wanna get outlets going in the shop. I know I had problems putting this in last time, so why not struggle again? Okay, that wasn't so bad. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to put... I was gonna put spray foam in here, but since I have spray foam in there, I don't think I need to. I'll do it on the other end. Yeah. Because I don't want any bugs going into the container. That's disgusting. Actually, the other night, I found a pretty big spider in the container, and I was like, how the heck did it get in here? Or maybe it got in there even before I built the front wall in the container. I have no clue. Okie dokie, this side is complete. Let's go to the other side. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna enter with this wire. I think I should go on the side of the building. That way I could put an automatic light switch over there and an outlet on the bottom. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Before we start, I just wanna say I'm sorry for the mess. I cleaned up the shop last week, but I got packages, I got other stuff, and it's a mess again. So what I'm thinking is going through the floor somewhere over there. We'll put an outlet here, or maybe there. I think over, no. Let's go here, just so it's not too far, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach over there. So we're going to go through here, put an outlet here, and then an automatic switch for lights. And then we're going to run the wire for the lights, I think, through there, and then we'll go there. I think that's a solid plan. Okay, so the plan is to drill a hole here. I think I'll be able to still reach over here. Because the wire is about right there. It won't be buried underground under the building, but it is what it is. So let's just go for it, I guess. Oh, let me just get an impact, not a drill. This is gonna break. The drill is just gonna break my arm. Let me put my hearing protection for 5 seconds. Okay, so I drilled a 1-inch hole, but I honestly don't know if that's big enough for this conduit. Let me check. I think I'm gonna need to drill a bigger hole. I don't think this will fit in there. I bought this sled, not for sledding. It's for working under my truck. Back in Chicago, I used to work with my buddy. He had his own business working on trucks and trailers, and we would use a sled like this to get under trailers. You're probably thinking, why didn't you use a creeper? Well, sometimes we would work on surfaces like this, And you can't really use a creeper on that because it won't roll. And also a creeper raises you 2 or 3 inches. And if you need to be under a trailer or a truck, space is limited. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to drill a bigger hole. I don't think this is gonna fit. Okay, I think the wire is through. Let's see if we can pull the conduit. Wire is through. Let's see if the conduit will go through. I really don't think so. For the life of me, I cannot get this conduit through. So I'm just gonna drill a bigger hole and hope for the best. Okay, this better fit now. The hole is huge. Let me show you. I think that's gotta fit now, hopefully. It's starting to look like it's gonna freaking rain again. Yay. Well, at least we got the outdoor part done, so. The conduit is going through? No? Still no? Please go through. Maybe I'll be able to pull it from inside. Oh, the conduit is right here. Wish I didn't have to drill such a big hole, but it is what it is. Heck yeah, we got it. I'm just gonna seal it with spray foam, and hopefully no critters will go through that. If I'm being honest, I cut the conduit a bit short. I think like an extra foot would be perfect, because it's sticking out over there, and then over here I got a rock holding it down as well. Always something, but you know what, this is my first time. Next time I'm not gonna make this mistake. But at least the conduit is sticking out slightly. I'm just gonna add a piece of conduit to it, put an outlet box here, and a switch over here. It is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna put a ton of liquid nails around the conduit, just so there's no space in between the conduit and the building. And I ran out. Cool. I know this is not technically, it is liquid nails, it's adhesive, but this is what I have, that's what I'm gonna use. Plus, it's cheap. Okay, and it started raining, but it's freaking sunny. How does that work? I think the GoPro will pick up the rain better than this microphone. It's not pouring, but it's drizzling. But there's barely any clouds. I don't understand how it's freaking raining. It is the monsoon season. I wish it would rain here like once a week throughout the summer, and instead of this, because it's been raining for the past 2 weeks, pretty much every day. And yeah, I never experienced that in my life. So yeah, but during the summer there was a period of time for like 4 weeks not a drop of rain fell. Pretty interesting. As a side note, I'm getting sidetracked here, but look at my plants. So these pots were sitting on the ground and they were growing great. I went to Chicago, I came back, there was nothing on them. I think a jackrabbit came by and ate everything, and now I put them up on the trailer and they're regrowing again. So from now on, I'm gonna grow my plants on the trailer because the jackrabbits can't reach them. I think it was a jackrabbit. I don't think unless it was the little lizards that run through here. When I build my garden, I'm gonna have to build a pretty dense fence because you're gonna eat everything. Okay, so my idea is to put one outlet here, one outlet slightly to the side, and the light switch over here. I think, yeah, the light switch is gonna be here. We're gonna run the wires, and up top there's gonna be a junction box, and I'm gonna run another wire to the other side of the container just so I have some outlets by my workstation over here. I know it's a mess. I'm gonna clean this up, I promise. And I'm gonna put the switch, I think it's gonna be slightly high, but I'm just gonna put it here. It will be fine here. And I think the light switch right here, it's kind of low. I think over here is fine. Yeah, I'll just leave it here. And I think I'm gonna put one more outlet over there, a double gang, just so in total there's 6 outlets, like plugs, 6 of them. I think that will be enough for now. And I'm gonna put 2 or maybe 4 on that side as well. I don't know if I'm supposed to put conduit here or not. I kind of feel like I want to put conduit just because I'm keeping stuff here. Let's say something falls and rips the wire or something. But then I don't know if I have enough. I think it's a good idea to put conduit over here. I think so. I just happen to have this nice piece of conduit. I think it'll be perfect for here. But then I'm gonna have to drill holes on the side of these. I'm gonna cut the wire though, it's way too long. Man, I should have just put the wires through first. Okay, never mind, we got it. And I didn't put this thing through. Great. Is this conduit too long? I'm gonna slow down, take my time, because when I start rushing, things go south. Okay, so this isn't that bad. I thought this would be worse. There's a little pressure on this box. It's kind of, the conduit is kind of pulling it sideways, but it's a freaking shop. It doesn't matter. So now I'm gonna run a wire to this box. I don't think I'm doing conduit. No, I hate conduit. So I'm not gonna use 12 gauge wire to run to this switch and then up there and to the other side, because this light is only gonna use like 2 amps, and then the chargers over there are gonna use 2 or 3 amps, so I don't need to use this more expensive wire. I'm just gonna use a 14 gauge. I am gonna use a 12 gauge wire to put another outlet there. That's a good idea. Whenever I can, I try to save money, but whenever I need to do it right, I do it right. But there's no need to use more expensive wire for lights. There's no point. Okay, got the 14 gauge wire. Let's run from here to here. Boom. Boom. Okay, that's enough. Just gonna staple it here. And I think that's gonna be way more than enough. Yeah, let's cut them here. And I think that's kind of short. Cool. Always something. Okay, I think that's gonna be just right. Kinda short, but not bad. Oh, and I forgot to add that one more outlet over here. I think I'm just gonna put it here or here. Yeah, I'll put it here just so it's further away from this one. Yeah, over here. Okay, I'm just gonna put this outlet box here because I got solar panels here. I'm not gonna be able to swing a hammer from this side, so we'll just place it here. Okay, just gonna run this. Oh, we need to drill a hole in here. Okay, and then I think this should be enough. Perfect. I'm gonna staple it here and staple it somewhere there. Okay, now I'm gonna run wire from this switch all the way over there. Before pulling the cable, I'm gonna drill a hole in the top plate over there. I think I'll do it on this side, and we'll run the wire over here in this space. Yep. We got a hole in the top plate. My battery actually died, so I didn't record it. I'm gonna drill another hole there and over there, just so I can pull the wire and be done with that. No more holes. And I think I'm gonna be done for the day. It's like 3 p.m. and I still gotta put a video together for tomorrow. It's gonna come out tomorrow. It's halfway done, but it's still gonna take me like 2 hours to edit. So please drop a like. It takes forever to edit. Actually, to record while getting stuff done, it takes like 2 or 3 times longer to do everything, because I'm trying to move the camera different angles, and yeah, that's why everything takes forever. And I cleaned up over here last week. Oh my gosh, creating a mess. Oof, I'm gonna get everything dirty over here, but gotta do what you gotta do. Well, wow, this toolbox is pretty sturdy. Okay, first I'm gonna run the wire to the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna put a junction box over here. So the wire is gonna go there, and the wire that's going from that side is gonna hook up here, and then the light that I'm gonna hook up here is gonna go into this junction box as well, just so everything is hidden. So let's just pull this wire, and I gotta go edit. And I don't know if I have enough of this wire. I'm gonna have to use the 12 gauge. Oh, never mind. I bought 250 feet of this wire yesterday, so we got more. Okie dokie. I pulled the wires through. Got the wire going from the switch to the junction box over here. I just realized something. So the only time this wire is gonna get power is when this switch is turned on. So meaning, if I connect charge battery chargers over here, they'll only be on if this switch is activated. Oh my god, I feel so stupid. Unless I'm gonna just run another wire into that junction. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to run another wire from the outlets into there. Or I'm just gonna run another wire from here. Oh my goodness, what a screw up, but whatever. I'll fix that tomorrow. So yeah, we got a wire running here. How did I not think of that? I am so I don't know if that makes sense. There's a light switch. It's gonna be an automatic light switch over here. So when it senses movement, it'll send power to this wire, and I'm gonna have a light here. So that's when it's gonna turn on, when someone's in here. But I have another wire running to more outlets over there. But those outlets will only be powered when the switch is turned on. I mean, it kind of makes sense if I'm walking around here to have those outlets live. It might be kind of cool. So they only will be on and using electricity when I'm in here. So I think that kind of makes sense. Maybe I'll leave it like that. If not, I'll just add another wire. But I think for now, I'll just leave it like that. I know it's kind of weird, but in a way, it kind of makes sense. Those outlets will only be live when I'm in here. But then, I think the switch can only handle 2 amps. So, okay, I think I'm just gonna run another wire, but that's gonna be for tomorrow. Whatever, I'm just gonna leave that for tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna run another wire. That's my screw up. That's on me. Whatever. See you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, Mario from the future. That video, I actually finished editing the whole thing, and that video is an hour and a half long. So I'm gonna split this up in 2 parts. This is where we're gonna end this, and the next part is gonna be out next week. I apologize for that, but I think an hour and a half is a little bit long. If not, let me know down in the comments. If it's not too long, I'll post an hour and a half long videos. But yeah, I want to cut this in 2 parts. Hopefully you're not mad at me, and we're gonna be building that in the next few videos, so be on the lookout for that as well. Super excited for that. So yeah guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Oh, I just created a Patreon account. Thank you to Chad for being my first Patreon supporter. If you want to support me, link is down in the description. So yeah guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, drop a like and a comment, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace!